driving the speed limit going to Florida. Just like, you know, we were stationed out in California, right? And we moved to Virginia, and I did a California roll through a stop sign, right? So there were consequences, right? You get points on your license, your insurance, you know, premium increases probably. It stays, you might have to go to driver training class, right? So that's what I'm trying to relay is the consequences. I hear it's a law, and I keep hearing this, and the hypotheticals, you know, what if, could be, maybe, but there's a law with no consequences. I'm having a difficult time understanding how you can have a law, and if you break the law, like my peers up here would, majority of them would like to say, if we don't pass a mask mandate, but there's no consequences. So forgive me if I'm not understanding, but I think that I have been asking the same question, and my results are the same. There are no consequences. So let's just say another school division, one of the 28, whatever Dr. Daniels had mentioned, are breaking the law. What are the consequences, right? I would like to see something, maybe some case law or some opinions from other localities that are breaking the law. What are the consequences here? So that's what I'm trying to drive home. There's nothing nefarious. I think it's pretty simple that I'm asking. If it's a law, it's a law, it's a law, but it's not codified. There's no consequences. So what would make people want to follow the law with no consequences? I'm confused. It's confusing, right? It's not just your opinion, and it's not just our opinion. It's across the board, probably across the nation right now, right? And it's probably confusing to a lot of lawyers. I've spoken to attorneys that it is confusing for them, and everybody probably like yourself is scuttling around trying to look at case law and give their opinions, right or wrong, indifferent. But what I've been asking is, what are the consequences?
And I think the answer to that is there are innumerable consequences, some of which we've talked about. You can't ever say there are no consequences to violating law. So if you're, again, I don't know if we're correctly in the scope of what we're here for tonight, because it sounds like you're asking for the consequences of violating the mask mandate, which you all already voted on.
No, I'm talking the law.
But there are numerous consequences. If you break the law, you're a public official who broke the law. You're violating your trust. You're violating your oath. You can be subject to injunctive relief. You can be subject to lawsuits. I mean, there are numerous things that are consequences for breaking the law.
Just like if a student were walking around in the building with improper clothing on, there would be a remedy for that under the student conduct. Obviously, like Dr. Baker had illuminated earlier, our desire is not to punish people. Our desire is to work with folks and encourage them to conform. What methods are used in that manner are up to each individual, or as decentralized down at the level where it has an impact on the lives of our students. So I do believe that we have that already in place. And I appreciate the fact that Dr. Baker illuminated that this is a very sensitive issue. We have to work our way through it. And no, we're not going to have a lawless society going on in the schools. That's not safe for any of our students. And we're not just talking about masks. We're talking about a variety of different subjects. It could be bullying or anything else. So there's rules, and there's a student code of conduct which all parents and students will sign on the first day of school, saying that they intend to comply with that. So Dr. Baker, I appreciate your leadership and guidance and being sensitive to this this issue at this time. And I'm sure our leadership at the school board, at the individual school level, will handle those situations in the best way appropriate.